Here. It's your boy Kier the Critic, and today in the studio we have actor, writer, as well as a producer, Mr. Chris Amick. How you doing today, Chris?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Great, man. It's so good to have you on the show. I know I've seen a lot of your projects and films and things of this nature that you've been in, over the past few years, as well as at the film festival, and definitely somebody that I just wanted to talk to. So my first question is would you describe yourself more as an actor, producer, director, or?
More of an actor.
Okay.
I've been acting on and off my whole life. Pretty heavy once I started the Actors Workshop of Sacramento with Ed Claudio. So
okay.
That was in 2014. So I've been hitting it pretty hard ever since.
Very cool. And then are you from Sacramento originally then? Or?
Originally I'm from Detroit.
Okay.
And I was in Arizona for a while, and that's where I got my first bit of theater experience was in school, and it was really it's something that I absolutely love. So when I came to California, wasn't quite sure how to get into it, so I took a hiatus for a while and then found the Actors Workshop.
And kind of came back to it.
Came back to it.
And how's the experience been so far for you here in Sacramento? I guess you've been doing it for 10 years here now, so yeah.
It's been great. The people here they're so helpful, and there's some good opportunity here for people who are just cutting their teeth. Like as far as acting, there's so many different black box theaters that you can get involved with here, and
right.
just to sort of get your tools working.
Right, just to kind of figure out
Absolutely.
where your strengths are, maybe things you need to work on, and that sort of thing. So,
Absolutely.
Very cool. And how many projects do you think you've done just since being here in Sacramento? Do you know?
I've done right around, I would say about 15 one-acts.
Okay.
And I've done probably about 8 or 9 full-length plays. And I've done probably about 5 or 6 films.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mostly shorts or features or?
Yeah, mostly shorts.
Okay.
I've done some background work. It's funny because in 1997, I was an extra in Letters from a Killer with Patrick Swayze. That was back in 1997. I snuck on that one.
Right.
And I had to walk through the river and dodge all the security and almost got ran over by a deer. So I was able to get in there, and then Patrick broke his leg, his femur, so it shut production down. I had no agent. I had no idea if it was ever going to come back. So I was driving home from work about 6 months later, and here on the Fair Oaks Bluff was a huge light, and I thought, okay, it's back. So I snuck in again.
Snuck back in and got back on as an extra?
Got back on,
That's a pretty cool story, for sure. And then have you been extras on any other major projects or anything of that nature? Or just...
Yeah. More recently, I was on No Address.
Okay.
Sally Forcier's casted for that.
Oh, for sure.
And then I was also on the BC Film Project. I spent a few days out there with, it was Sean Penn and Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, the one downtown in downtown Sacramento. Oh, very cool. Yeah, I know a few people in the industry that got an opportunity to do some extra work in that as well. So, in fact, one of our producers, Ivan, was actually one of the folks that got an opportunity there also. So, very cool. So, what's your ideal project? Do you prefer theater? Do you like shorts? Like, if you had to choose, what avenue would you pick?
Oh, it'd definitely be full-length feature. I consider myself a really critical actor, although you haven't seen a whole lot of that, which we're working on now. I'm in the middle of writing a screenplay now that's pretty intense. Okay.
A feature? Or?
Yeah, it'll be, well, it's going to start out as a short.
Okay.
But it's going to be more like a 40-minute short. I mean, I'm working with Eileen Huang.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
And it's just an idea that I came up with. Actually, it came to me in a dream. A lot of these things
Hey, that's sometimes your best ideas come to you in a dream.
Exactly.
If you can remember your dreams, I never can. So.
Yeah, I've been pretty lucky.
Yeah.
So we're working on that. We submitted a short version to the PCS Film Project. We didn't get picked up. So right now I'm de-PCSing it, putting back all the shoe leather and just to see what I've got. And I think it's going to be good.
Very cool. I'm definitely interested in seeing how that turns out and how that comes up. Have you completed any projects recently that
The last one, let's see. Well, I did one PCS film just a few weeks ago. I got on with Janine Romney. Okay. And that was for The Love of Rock.
That's right.
And so we just did that. And I just wrapped up a show at Sutter Street Theater that was the musical comedy Murders in 1940. So it was a farce,
right.
But a lot of trap doors, a lot of people grabbing people. It was just like Clue. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, sometimes the best projects to do, the little comedies, and you could just, because you get to be a little bit more silly and kind of be yourself in some capacity. So,
absolutely. And it's always good to fall back to theater when you can. I kind of believe a saying that you hear, film will make you famous, TV will make you rich, but theater does make you better.
Yeah, no, I agree, because you're constantly working on the same lines. You're constantly perfecting that particular craft, and you know, you by the end of a theater run, you're probably pretty good at what you're doing because you've done it so many times and you've practiced it so many times, and you're probably getting lots of little subtle pointers and nuances throughout the way. So
yeah, and as it goes by, you can play with it. And what we like to say in theater is like, well, by the time closing night is here, it'll be perfect.
right.
It'll be perfect, and then we won't be able to do it again.
But that's the best time to do it, you know.
Exactly, yeah.
You go out like Seinfeld.
Yeah.
You know, you go out on top.
You can play with it. You can, yeah, absolutely.
So, in terms of like writing, you know, where does that come from? Is that just been part of the acting, or just?
Well, you know, it's funny because after Claire Langton and I finished The Diner,
Right.
She wrote that, but I really got into a lot of the writing when I sat down with her, and she had a couple of other ideas, and I kind of started getting more familiar with the screenplay software that you can use, and I thought, you know, I've got a lot of ideas, and this is really easy to be able to put down without just sticking to Word, and you're looking at a blank page and a blank screen on your computer, and it's just everything goes. This way you can plug in directions. You can plug in interior, exterior. You can plug in night or day.
Right.
And that really helps you to kind of develop an image of what you're looking. And the index cards really help out a lot.
Yeah.
You know, you just write a scene on the index
Right, and
card.
just keep it, and then you can go back to it later on and decide if that works or if
Yeah.
that doesn't work or whatever the
Yeah.
case may be.
So yeah, I'm still really new at writing. There's a lot that I don't know, so I always, you know, get help, and that's what I love about our community, because everybody's open to.
For sure, it's a very, very open. From my experience, has been. I mean, there's a couple outliers, but for the most part, it's been a very, very cohesive and helpful community from my experience. So
Absolutely.
cool.
Absolutely.
Well, if anybody wants to get a hold of you, if they want to contact you, if they want to put you on a project, they want you to do a screenplay for them, how would they reach out to you? What's the best way to contact you?
Well, I'm on Facebook. It's Christopher Amick, and my Instagram is Chris Amick 1. Okay, I don't really do like these names. Will just blank piece of paper at whatever.
Right.
You know, so I just use my name and just my email address, christopher.amick@yahoo.com. And I would put my phone number, but I don't know if I'm.
No, you probably don't want to do that. You might get all kinds of, you don't want any crank callers or anything. Well, Chris, it's great talking with you, man.
Absolutely.
I thank you for being on the show. We'll definitely have to have you back again, and I'll definitely be looking forward to your future projects, and hopefully we can see you again at next year's festival also.
Absolutely.
So.
Thanks so much for having me.
Oh,
I really
absolutely.
appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely, man. I love the work you're doing, and I just say just keep at it. So.
Absolutely, and thanks so much for what you do for the film community here in Sacramento.
Hey, I greatly appreciate it.
I can't thank you enough.
I appreciate it. Thanks so much. Well, thank you again for watching another edition of SacTown Movie Buff Television. I'll be back again soon with another episode. Have a great day. Clear. Perfect.
Cool.